Hey everybody, John Murphy with CSSI. I hope you're doing great today. This message really is kind of in response to questions I get most often from commercial real estate brokers, but obviously it's also for commercial property owners and those of you that own real estate, investment property, etc. But how can cost segregation help you? Here's a simple little spreadsheet for you to see how this might work. We always say you should talk with your own tax advisor to make sure that this is something that you can utilize. But I'm trying to be more helpful and educational. You can follow me at Cost Seg Building, both on Twitter and Instagram. I also run a blog at costsegbuilding.com. But let's look at a commercial building purchased recently. Let's say it's going to go into service January 1st of 2024. It's $2 million. I'm going to put 20% land allocation on there. Every CPA is different, and ultimately the building owner is going to decide with their tax counsel what the land allocation should be. But a lot of times we see 10 to 20%. You deduct that because it's not depreciable. So now you have a cost basis of $1.6 million for the owner to be able to depreciate over the life of that building. And since it went into service July 1st of 2024, he's going to get half the year's depreciation in his 2024 tax return. So $1.6 million divided by 39 equals $41,025, and you multiply it by 0.5, so you get half the year. So you're going to get $20,512 in depreciation that year. Not bad. You get a little bit of a discount off your taxes, which is great. But what happens if you do a cost segregation study? We're going to identify the 5, 15-year, and 39-year property. If it's multifamily, it'll be 27.5-year property. People are asking me, hey, well, John, the bonus depreciation is down to 60% now in 2024. Is it worth doing a cost segregation study? Well, let's just look at an example here, okay? This building here, $2 million, got a cost basis of $1.6 million. If you don't do cost segregation, you're going to get $20,512 in depreciation. If you do cost segregation, and let's just say we identify 20% of the building as 5-year or 15-year, every building's going to be different. I mean, it might be 15%, it might be 35, 40, 45%, who knows, depends on the building. Right, so if we identify that, that's going to be $320,000. That's 20% of $1.6 million. 60% bonus depreciation is $192,000. If they're at a 32% tax rate, that's a potential tax savings of $61,000. Still significant, and way more than the cost to do the study. So it's a great return for the owner. Again, if they can use it, talk with your own tax counsel to see if this is something you can use. 2025, it goes down to 40%. That's $128,000. You can see the tax rate, still $40,000 in tax savings. In 2026, it becomes 20%, 64 grand, $20,000 in tax savings. So it's still significant. And by the way, on top of that, you're going to get additional depreciation here. Beyond this bonus depreciation, this increased accumulated depreciation, you're going to get additional 5-year, 15-year, and 39-year depreciation. So the numbers are going to be even bigger than what I'm showing you here. Congress is considering, from what we understand, the House has passed a bill to bump bonus depreciation back to 100%. Senate has not taken this up yet. We don't know if it's going to get done. Who knows? This is the way the law it exists today. So that's all that we can deal with. I know I'm working with a lot of building owners, many of whom extend their tax returns. Normally they extend their tax returns, but right now they're just sitting on them, waiting to see if Congress passes the bill to boost bonus depreciation back to 100% for 23, 24, and 25. And if they do that, then in 2023 they got 80% bonus depreciation. They could bump that back up to 100% and take an additional depreciation expense. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to run the numbers. What I do say is building owners, commercial real estate brokers, get your estimates, have the facts in your hand so that the owner can make a decision with their tax advisors on whether or not this is worthwhile for them to consider doing. Follow me at costsegbuilding.com, Cost Seg Building on Twitter and Instagram. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Have a terrific day. Bye-bye.